Hello friends and welcome. Today I am going to deliver a lecture on storage and handling of cereals. The lecture will be discussed under the following subheadings. First will be the introduction. Next will be the storage of cereals and types of storage systems. Then we will be discussing source of infestation during storage and factors responsible for insect damage in stored grains. Next will be the protection of stored commodities. And finally, we will be discussing the types of treatments for preventing the infestation of food grains. Now, let us start with the introduction. Losses occur in food during harvesting, transportation and storage. The largest loss of post-harvest is during storage of grains. These losses arise from attack of insects, microorganisms and animals, and also improper handling. This may lead to physical and chemical changes, all of which are interrelated. When serious infestation by the pests occurs, there is extensive weight loss accompanied by damage to quality. Intense insect activity often results in mold growth, which not only completes the destruction of the feedstuffs but also poses serious health risks to humans and animals. Hence, efforts are made to store the grains in the safest possible way. Now, let us try to learn about storage of cereals. Storage involves holding and preserving food grains from the time they are produced until they are needed for consumption. The aims of storage are: number first, to ensure a continuous flow of goods in the market. Number second, to protect the quality of the products from deterioration. Number third, to fulfill the demand, especially the seasonal demand, on a continuous basis. Number fourth, it helps us in the stabilization of prices by adjusting demand and supply. Number fifth, storage is necessary till further processing of the raw materials. And number six, storage provides employment and income through price advantages. Next, let us try to learn about the types of storage systems. Number first is underground storage structures. Underground storage structures are used for home scale storage. They may also be lined with stones or sand and cow dung or cement. They may be circular or rectangular in shape. The capacity varies with the size of the structure. Number second is surface storage structures. Food grains above the ground surface structures can be stored in two ways, that is, bag storage or bulk storage. Number first is bag storage. This is one of the common practice in our country. The bags may be made of jute or plastic. Each bag contains a definite quantity which can be bought, sold or dispatched without difficulty. It is easier to keep separate lots with identification marks on the bags. The bags which are identified as infested on inspection can be removed and treated easily. Number second is bulk or loose storage. In this type of storage, the grains are dumped in large quantity inside the storage structures. Pest infestation can be controlled as these are airtight conditions. They can be of many types, like for small scale storage. Number first is POW bins. This is a galvanized metal iron structure. Its capacity ranges from 1.5 to 15 quintals. It is designed by Punjab Agricultural University. Number second is Pusa bin. This is storage structure which is made of mud or bricks with a polythene film embedded within the walls. It is developed by ICAR. Number third is Hapurtaka. It is a cylindrical rubberized cloth structure supported by bamboo poles on a metal tube base and has a small hole in the bottom through which grain can be removed. Number 4 is silos. In these structures, the grains in bulk are unloaded on the conveyor belts and through mechanical operations are carried to the storage structure. The storage capacity of each of these silos is around 25,000 tons. Losses due to storage insects infestation in food grains are as follows. Number 1 is quantitative or weight losses. Number 2 is qualitative losses. Number 3, losses of seed viability. And 4th, damage to storage containers. Now, let us discuss the next part of our today's lecture, that is source of infestation during storage. Number 1, some storage insects like paddy moth and lesser grain borer infest grains right on the standing mature crop to stored crops. Such infestation is termed as horizontal infestation. Number 2, lateral infestation of storage insects is common. They occur during post-harvest operations from previously infested crop. They can come from threshing floor, previously used and infested transport system and stored grains left from last season harvest in the same storage. This infestation is also called as cross infestation. Number 3, after storing, insect infest grains from surfaces of the storage containers or bags where the insect's egg or larvae or adult would be harbored and is called as latent infestation. Number 4, a number of coleopteran beetles and weevils are also capable of migrating upward or downward among the grain bulk irrespective of the pressure. Thus, infestation commenced on the top of the bulk grains may migrate to bottom and vice versa, which is known as vertical infestation. Now, let us discuss the factors responsible for insect damage in stored grains. Main factors responsible for enhancement of insect damage in stored grains are: Number 1, higher grain moisture content in the grains. The safe moisture levels are 14% for paddy, 13% for milled rice, 12% for wheat, 10% for oil seeds and 9% for pulses. Number 2, less fluctuations in diurnal and seasonal temperatures. Number 3, unscientifically fabricated or constructed traditional storage structures which are generally neither moisture proof nor can prevent cross infestation of the insects. Now, let us discuss the protection of stored commodities. This can be achieved by various methods. The control methods may be hygienic, physical or chemical. Number 1 is hygienic control measures. The most efficient methods of preventing damage is to keep the stores as clean as possible. The small size of insects make cleanliness a most important aspect of control measures. Practical hygiene control measures vary with different kinds of storage. Thorough cleaning of storerooms, warehouse or mills at periods when they can be emptied and careful inspection of all material when brought in for storage or processing reduce to a minimum the residual insect populations which persist in storehouses. In warehouses, granaries and flour mills, cleaning can be done by using vacuum cleaners. These allow ledges to be efficiently cleaned. It is important to clean all accumulations of cocoons and webbing. Number 2 is physical control measures. The dependence of insects on physical conditions within grain stores make them susceptible to control by modifying their environment. Number 1 is cold. The storage of material at temperature below 13 degrees Celsius is effective in preventing insect infestation. Temperature of about 15 degrees Celsius and below inhibits the breeding of saw-toothed grain beetle, that is Rhizophilus surinamensis. All stages of Calosobruchus maculates were killed when subjected to temperature of 0 degrees Celsius or less for 32 days, eggs being more susceptible than other stages. This technique is not appropriate for the tropics due to the high cost of achieving low temperatures. Number 2 is heat. Heat treatment has given good results for treating retail stores and storerooms. In mills, temperature from 40 degrees Celsius to 54 degrees Celsius in all parts of the mill for a period of 10 to 12 hours can kill all the insects. Heat is not satisfactory for the treatment of nuts and dried fruits. Grains can also be passed through special machines at temperature of 54 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes to kill any insect infestation. High temperature through solar radiation may kill the developing larvae of insect pests. Number 3 is gamma irradiation. Much attention has been focused recently on the possibility of using gamma irradiation to control insects in stored grain and grain product. Dosage of 25 kiloradians of gamma radiation could be effectively used to eradicate the immature stages of Corsida cephalonica. Number 3 is chemical control measures. More than one method may be used to protect stored food commodities from insects. The use of chemicals is most common. However, the insects have developed resistance to insecticides. At present, conventional insecticide management of stored product insect pests is common in the tropics. Conventional insecticides used in insect pest management include permethrin, lindane, pyrimifos methyl, phostoxin and methyl bromide. The types of fumigations are as follows. Number 1 is fumigation under sheets. The development of methyl bromide fumigation under gas-proof systems for products such as grain, groundnuts and cocoa beans is commonly practiced. This kills all the insect present and the sheets are then left out on the stacks to prevent the uptake of atmospheric moisture and reinfestation by insects. Methyl bromide fumigation and the storage of various commodities under vapor-proof sheets are two techniques. They are phosphine fumigation and gas discharge to disinfect stored food commodities. Phosphine is supplied in various forms, that is, pellets and tablets and bags. The use of this gas serves the immediate need to control the insect pests of grain in storage quickly and effectively. Number 2 is spot fumigation. Fumigants used for this include ethylene dibromide, ethylene dichloride and carbon tetrachloride. The fumigant is contained in small sachets and the rate of application is 5 cc for each bags of 50 kg. Number 4 is control by the use of plant materials. The control of stored products using plant materials is a common practice among small-scale farmers. For example, neem kernel powder effectively preserved cowpea for 8 months against Callosobruchus maculatus. Many plant derivatives have insecticidal, ovicidal and larvicidal properties. Crushed Chromoleana odorata leaves repel insects. The effects of various neem, that is Azadirachta indica products with copra oil, palm kernel oil and 0.25% diazonon dust for protection against Cytophilus zeamase were found to be effective. The extracts were more effective as suppressants of Callosobruchus maculatus than Cytophilus oryzae, and there was no effect on Xylus puncticolis. Both neem leaves and neem seeds powders mixed at the rate of 3% gave from 85 to 90% mortality in Callosobruchus maculatus adults after 72 hours. Powders obtained from eucalyptus, that is Malea azadirac and Crofton gratissimus were found to have some insecticidal activity against Calosobruchus maculatus. Number first is vegetable oils. The practice of adding a small quantity of vegetable oil, that is 1 to 15 ml per kg seed, to the grains of legumes to protect them against insects is common. The vegetable oils tested were the African palm, cottonseed, maize, groundnut, rice bran oil, soya bean, coconut, Bassia longifolia and Bassia trifolia. Crude oils seem to perform better than purified oils and non-edible oils better than edible oils. The main effect of the oil coating is on the ability to prevent hatch of the bruchid eggs, that is, the oil acting as an ovicide. Number second is the ashes. Ashes of the three plant species, that is Afzelia africana, Parkia africana and Ciba pentandra, provided effective control of Calosobruchus maculatus in cowpea. However, a large quantity of ash was required. It has been suggested that free movement of the adults for oviposition is prevented by the wood ash filling the intergranular spaces. Then comes the resistant varieties. A number of factors such as high protein content, seed texture and a pod wall factor have been linked to resistance of cowpea varieties to Calosobruchus maculatus. Now at last, let us discuss the types of treatments for preventing the infestation of food grains. Number first is prophylactic treatment. To prevent the cross infestation of insects, synthetic insecticides should not be sprayed directly on the food grains, especially earmarked for consumption. However, these can be used for seed treatment. Number second is curative treatment. In spite of regular prophylactic treatment, infestation develops due to latent or cross infestations. This can be controlled by insecticides and fumigants. These compounds can be classified as number first, knockdown insecticides, that is, the chemicals capable of quick immobilizing or killing insects are usually aimed against flying insects. This can also kill the insects on surfaces as well in the cracks and surfaces. Such chemicals are pyrethrin spray, linden smoke generator or fumigant traps. Number second is grain protectants. Mixing of chemical dust with food grains is not recommended. However, these can be mixed with grains meant only for seed purposes. Pyrethrum dust, malathion and BHC dust are normally used as seed protectants against storage insects. Number third is fumigants. A fumigant is a chemical which at required temperature and pressure can exist in gaseous state in sufficient concentrations to be lethal to a given organism. A number of fumigants explored and used for control of storage insects are as follows. Number first is ethylene dibromide, that is EDB. It is highly toxic liquid filled in glass ampoules with sealed nozzles, suitable for fumigation of food grains stored in reasonably airtight structures. Number second is EDB positive. It is a mixture of ethylene dibromide and carbon tetrachloride in a ratio of 1:8 and has a greater penetration power and hence can be used for bagged storage under gas-proof covers. It is equally effective in rural storage structures. Number third is ethylene dichloride, carbon tetrachloride. It is a mixture of ethylene dichloride and used for large-scale fumigation in both bulk and bag storage of food grains except milled product. After storage structure is made fairly airtight, the fumigant is poured through the openings on the bundle of gunny bags kept on the grey lot and openings are sealed immediately. Stocks are left undisturbed for 36 to 48 hours depending upon the temperature and nature of infestation. And number 4th is aluminum phosphide. It is a solid fumigant available in the market in the form of tablets of 3 gram, each packed in sealed tubes. It is one of the very potent fumigants used practically on all kinds of food grains, milled products, etc. Phosphine gas is its active ingredient, which is an active poison which liberates when comes in contact with atmospheric moisture. Phosphine, being highly toxic, should be handled with care and by trained staff only. That's all about today's lecture. Hope you have understood it well. Thank you very much and goodbye.